The major prophecy of Revelation's red horse will occur right after the 7-year tribulation begins. In fact, Israel's preparing to build their third temple will be the spark, which will ignite the red horse. Looking closely at the key traits of the red horse not only snaps eyes wide open to its spring-loaded readiness to soon take place, but also to recognize the red horse's traits, being a perfect match to today's 1.5 billion Muslims, and here's why. One red horse key is that Revelation 6:4 states that a great sword was given to the red horse, that men should slay one another. Without question, no other group in the world today overwhelmingly proves this specific trait of men slaying one another, except the Muslims and their radical Islamic terrorists. A fact many people don't know is that almost 100% of all people which Muslims and radical Islamists have actually killed are not Westerners, but other Muslims. Facts from the last 60 years show over 10 million Muslims have been killed by other Muslims. Again, only the Muslims today are an identical match to the red horse's characteristic of men slaying one another. A second red horse key, which also matches the world's Muslims today, is Revelation 6:8 and Revelation 9:14, which show a fourth of the earth will be killed, specifically in the Euphrates River region. Here again, this pinpoints Muslims, since 98% of the world's 1.5 billion Muslims today live in this exact Euphrates River region, commonly called the 1040 window. Obviously, this also frames today's 1.5 billion Muslims, almost a fourth of the earth today, as the prime ones soon to die in the region, as Revelation foretells. My final point is a major Bible premise which directly associates with the red horse scenario and today's 1.5 billion Muslims. To be specific, no other group in the world today, except the Muslims, are proven to be the prime haters and cursors of Israel, just the Muslims. For this reason in itself, Muslims have placed themselves in God's crosshairs as the number one group to receive God's first horrific impact of death when the red horse is unleashed. This is because of God's promise to the end-time Jews of Israel, which he gave through Abraham in Genesis chapter 12:3, a promise to Israel which still stands today, where God says, "Those who bless you, I will bless, but those who curse you, I will curse." So from God's perspective, and as he precisely foretold in Revelation, he has now divinely gathered into one region Israel's most radical cursors and haters in today's end times, being 1.5 billion Muslims, who are now in their foreordained place for great bloodshed and self-annihilation. In what Revelation's red horse shows, they will carry out with the great sword by which men should slay one another.